Welcome to ChukkerTV. I'm Dale Schwetz, and I'm live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. And I am here with my co-commentator, Jan-Erik Frank, today for an amazing day here. We have a full-fledged day for you, Polo. We're going to start out here with the Legends of Polo, the Carlos Cressida Memorial. Then we're going to have a halftime setup for you. We're going to have dancers. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you stay with the broadcast all day today. And then we're going to roll into the 2019 International Cup, where GCPC USA will take on Team France, our debut game. It looks like we got our players lined up out here, so we're going to get organized here. I'm going to throw it to my man Jan-Erik Frank for our national anthem and the announcing of the players. So sit back and enjoy your day here live on ChukkerTV.com.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And without any further ado, if I could ask you all now, please, to be upstanding. The players, as you can see, are ready. And I'd like to hand the microphone over to the one and only, a man who has such an amazing voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the national anthem of America, brought to you by the one and only Mr. Tom Blake.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together. Big round of applause there for Mr. Tom Blake. As always, a beautiful rendition of the American national anthem. Now, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the players. And we're going to start, as it is, a memorial for the late, great Carlos Cressida. We're going to start from right to left, starting with the Paula Aspen Valley Polo Club. Living on in the legend, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Carlitos Cressida.
Carlos! Go back, Carlos!
At number 2, please give a warm welcome to the man from South Africa, Sugar Erskine.
Sugar!
6-time Argentine Open winner, the one and only Horacio Hegyi. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Juan Bellini. And now over to the contenders, a very strong team, Grand Champions Polo Club. At number 1, give it up for Alejandro Poma. And now look out for this young man at number 2, playing off 6 goals, the one and only Jason Crowder. And he's got another 6-goaler right behind him, the one and only Mr. Chris Campson. And the man with the bionic arm, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on this man, Mr. Tommy Biddle. Your 2 umpires, as I mentioned, from Argentina, Gaston Dorignac, and from England, or the United Kingdom, Mr. Roddy Matthews. And as I keep saying, don't talk about the Falklands. Nice to see these 2 nations getting on so well on the polo field and off the polo field. Dale, what do you reckon? We've got a very, very strong lineup. Some of the players who've been playing throughout the fall season. Very hard to tell. Aspen Valley Polo Club playing off 21 goals, Grand Champions 19. But that is just statistics. What is your reckon?
Yeah, what a great day we have here. Of course, the Carlos Cressida Memorial, big part here of the Grand Champions Polo Club and everything we do here. I'd like to welcome Carmen Cressida in the house. And, of course, having Carlos Cressida, Carlos's oldest son, playing today at 28 years old, and then teaming up with 6-time Argentine winner Horacio Hegyi. Make sure you stay tuned with us, because halfway through our day, we're going to have some interviews. with Horacio and Carlos. And so that should be a lot of fun. And of course, a little bit about Carlos Casita. Held the highest rating, a 10-goal rating for 15 years. He won the U.S. Open 9 times and the British Open 10 times. He's said to be Queen Elizabeth's favorite player and coached Prince William and Prince Harry alongside them several times. What a great honor to be here celebrating this.
Absolutely, and it's great that to see his son is out there, of course, playing in this memorial. And I think his team have it at the moment. Here is, you just mentioned it, the 6-time Argentine Open winner, Horacio Hegyi. Just looking to maybe send this one to Carlitos Gracida, but he's going to have to get past Mr. Biddle. Mr. Biddle, as I said earlier at the introduction, has had a astounding and a very, very solid season here at Grand Champions Polo Club. As we take the ball back over the halfway line, and I'm sure the players who, as a matter of honour, will just be looking to get their mojo going. There's a pass up to the front door. Alejandro Pomma will try, and if he can, finish that one. I think Erskine, no, it went through, and the roar of the crowd is deafening over here in the ChukkerTV stand. Thank you very much. So very early and a very quick goal. Well, Dale, he did enough. He got the pass, and Alejandro Pomma just put it through the back.
Yeah, Ali Palma, great to see Palma back here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. One of our founding members up the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And he has his whole family plays up there also, so it's a lot of fun having Ali here. 2-goal player, getting the first goal of the game here for Grand Champions Polo. Of course, we will switch directions today after every goal for any of you new viewers or you new spectators here to the game of polo. It looks like Erskine's on the move.
Absolutely. The South African, another man who's been playing throughout the fall season here. And great to see him back, of course, here on this, the highlight of the season. You can't really mistake him. He's always got the mohawk, the red little bit of hair coming out of his helmet there. A character and a solid polo player. And they're on the attack again, I think this time with the number 3. No mistake indeed. And I believe that was Horacio Hegyi getting the very quick equaliser. So, Dale, there's no messing about here. It's one apiece, and we've only just played a couple of minutes. 3 minutes left to play in the first chukker.
Yeah, thrill having Horacio Hegyi here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, part of the Flying Horacio the Hegyi family. Of course, shout out to Balti, Marcos, and of course her late great brother. It's great having him here, and he's been representing so well, and it's a lot of fun having such a top player recognizing here, and a great friend of Carlos Gracida Sr.'s to be able to play today in the memorial.
As we go back to the action, a nice pass across the field there coming from Biddle. Again, looking for Pomma. Ali Pomma there. Wanted to run away with it, but couldn't quite find the gap as DePaula Aspen Valley Polo Club managed to steal it back. Bellini, he's hit it low. And the next stop for that will be Biddle. Clever little play under the neck, feeding the ball to, now this is one of those 6-goal players I mentioned to you. Mr. Campson has plenty of time. It was good play there from Biddle, allowing the 6-goaler to get himself in just the right position. There's the lofted shot. Again, looking for Pomma. Pomma will try with a cut shot. Well, he tried to cut that a bit too fine to send it through the post. So, momentum of this game very early on in this first chukker, picking up nicely here. Horses are running well. That ball just tripling over the sideboard, so it'll be a hit from the spot. But Dale, just a little bit of trivia. I know that you know, and you know that I know the answer. Why do they change ends after every goal?
Well, that's a pretty interesting call there, Jan. There's a lot of different reasons why they say, but pretty much the rule changed back from the Indian military. They used to run their fields east and west, and they play in the afternoon. They didn't think it was fair for one team to be looking into the sun for a whole half or for a whole chukker, so they started changing goals after every goal, and wow, what a goal here by Jason Crowder, as Crowder's going to snipe one out and move the Grand Champions Polo team in the blue jersey today up by 2 goals. But a fun fact of trivia, and that's the procedure we use today. So, and I think it's a fair procedure, Jan, because, you know, the field does get chewed up. The wind might blow in a different direction, so it makes it even for both teams. Same sun, wind, field advantage.
Well, Dale, I'm glad we both read the same history books, because that's the answer that I had as well. You're absolutely right. And so just if you are a newcomer to this game and you are a little bit confused why they do that, they'll just explain it exactly, and that's exactly true. It was when the English were out in India when they discovered this beautiful game. And you've heard the horn. That means a little less than 30 seconds now to play as a nice little cut shot coming from Crowder. Once again, looking to feed the ball up to Pommer. Pommer with an under-the-neck shot. This time he makes the connection. And he puts it just wide. Bellini keeps it in play. The play is still going on. Remember, 30 seconds are going to be played. It's going to be Erskine. He'll try and clear it and take it out of the danger zone. He gets a challenge from Crowder. And that whistle, and that looked like, to me, Dale, a right-of-way infringement. But, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause as we come to the end of Chukker number 1. 2-1 for Grand Champions Polo Club. Dale, just talk us through that foul just there.
Yes, right there at the end with about 4 seconds on the clock. Crowder going 90 degrees to the ball, gets caught fouling the second man. Carlos Casita's going to follow his own player down the right-of-way, so we're going to get a whistle there at the end of the Chukker. We'll allow our players to get on some fresh ponies, and we'll commence this foul in our second Chukker. Welcome to the Legends of Polo Carlos Casita Memorial and ChukkerTV. We'll be right back. Memorial. And then, of course, we are going to have our can-can dancers, and we're going to have a mime. We got a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you stay with us here on ChukkerTV today. Let me throw it back to my man, Jan Erik Frank, and we'll get ready for our second ChukkerPlay. Back to you, Jan.
Thank you very much, Dale. Yes, indeed. Very much looking forward, as we do every year. Looking forward to the entertainment. And last year, of course, the Boys of Fire. We had the Fire Dancers this year, as Team GCPC USA will be taking on the boys from France. What a fitting idea to have the can-can dancers. And I'll be looking forward to seeing them. And, of course, another great French invention, a mime. Now, here we go then. Chukker number 2. And after that foul that we had at the end of that first Chukker, the umpires decided to give a penalty 5B, a hit from the spot in favour, thank you, no worries, to DePaula Aspen Valley Polo Club. And the man for those kind of jobs is the 5-goaler, Juan Bellini, as Horacio will try and put the finishing touches on that play, but it's stolen and it's sent back up the other way. And here we go, and so far Alejandro Pommer is having a very good afternoon here on Field 1 at Grand Champions Polo Club. Just needs to correct himself after that pass, went a little bit out to the right-hand side. Bellini, as you can see, straight on him, having to come back in defence, but Pommer, and he spanks that one under the neck towards goal, and there wasn't much in it. Good play there from Alejandro Pommer, who I've got to tell you, Dale, it's the first time I've actually seen him play, but he's very much impressed me so far, especially in that first Chukker, having scored one, and now nearly getting goal number 2.
Yeah, Ali Pommer, exciting player to watch play. I've got the opportunity to meet him and his whole family. As I said, he plays with us here at the Grand Champion Polo Club. He'll play the winter season here at the Grand Champion Polo Club. And, of course, he joined us up at the Aspen Valley Polo Club for our summer session up there. A fun, exciting 2-goal player, loves to be on the grass.
Well, you can see how much he's enjoying it, because he's right in the thick of it again. That duel, we've had it before, maybe on the near side, but Bellini, I think, got the better of him there. just pushing him out of play. Well, Dale, that's about as good as I ever got 2 goals in my career when I was young and handsome. Now I'm just handsome. But I did enjoy it, especially, of course, having played on all the different surfaces, from beach polo to arena polo, snow polo, of course. There's a big one coming up. You might want to just tell us a little bit what's coming up next month. Of course, next month starting tomorrow.
Sure, there's Snow Polo World Championships up in Aspen, Colorado.
Exactly.
And, of course, you can go to snowpolo.net. Make sure you go to snowpolo.net. Go to Polo Event of the Year in the United States. And, yeah, that has grown to an amazing event. And, as I said, tickets are already selling out for the VIP, so you want to get on it as quick as possible. Snowpolo.net, St. Regis World Championship, Snow Polo World Championship from Aspen, Colorado.
Indeed. Well, I was there. We're very fortunate to have been there with you, of course, last year. So if you do decide, I think it's a great destination to combine the two, have the holiday, the festive period, and then, of course, have a little bit of snow polo as we go back to the action. That ball a little bit too far for him to reach. Bellini will pick it up on the halfway line and will send it up to the front door. He's got Erskine waiting and Heggie, but Erskine will take it. He's just like walking the dog. He will try and send a long ball down the field, but Biddle, he read it. He saw it coming. And it just goes wide. So, Grand Champions Polo Club still, but only just with 2-1 in the lead. And they nearly had the equaliser there, Dale.
Yeah, very open game here we're seeing today. Number 1 field conditions. Perfect here at Grand Champions Polo Club. We're about 80 degrees today. A nice day. We got a nice cloud cover. Should be a great setup for our main event of GC PC Polo USA against Team France. I'm excited about it, Yan. This is a great setup, though, to have the Carlos Cressida Memorial before. And away we go here with Bellini controlling it behind Poma.
Well, as you said, Dale, of course, earlier, and it really is quite an impressive biography if you think about Carlos Cressida. Started playing at the age of 5, was 10 goals already at the age of 25, and he kept that 10 goals for 15 years. And as you said, he won the US Open 9 times, the British Open 10 times. And again, as you said, one of the Queen's favourite players, and also a coach to both the Princes, Harry and William, who, as you may or may not know, I've had the fortune of meeting. And we've just had another goal. Dale, what happened there? I was just reading my notes there, but another goal has been scored. Oh, well, there we go. No surprise there. Alejandro Poma getting his second of the game. And he really is having a lot of fun out there this afternoon.
Yeah, Poma getting it going early here. You know, we talk a lot about Carlos Cressida. I myself, too, Yan, had the opportunity to be under the eulogy of Memo, his older brother, and Carlos Cressida for many years. And I always say that I should get the G tattooed on me because I spent so many years with those players. My wife says be careful. But they are an amazing family, a dynasty, as we say. And it's a very special event. And it's great to see people coming out and appreciating this day with us, celebrating this day with us at the Grand Champions Polo Club.
Indeed it is. Well, Dale, if we're going to be talking about nostalgia, I also was very fortunate to once watch him play when he played in England in a 40-goal exhibition match down at Hurtwood Park Polo Club. And Cambiasa was in that game, so we had some real great names playing the 40-goal down at Hurtwood. And as you were saying, great to see his eldest son, Carlitos, here today on this special day, the Legends of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial. So 3-1. We're down to the last 40 seconds in Chucker number 2. As Crowder tried to find a little gap, he's going to leave it in midfield, halfway down the field there for Sugar. And Sugar has fed the ball nicely to Cressida. There's the first horn, so 30 seconds and counting now then. Can he get past Biddle? And Biddle is not an easy man to get past. Very strong, very powerful. Oh, he's done well. Cheeky little number on the near side. Cressida, he couldn't control it, and Biddle will try and clear it. He's done well. Campson. 10 seconds to take it all the way up the field. Now then, Crowder. The seconds are running down, but Sugar will send it back to Bellini. And I think with a second left to play, that will be the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together. Give him a round of applause. It is 3-1 at half time.
Yeah, you got it. So we'll go ahead and send them off one more time. 3-1. Good game going here. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. And, of course, we'll be right back here. Thank you for staying with us. We'll be right back at this commercial break here on ChukkerTV.
James Foley with ChukkerTV. I'm joined by Dale Schwetz, and this is my first international game. So what should I expect in this game?
Yeah, I've had the opportunity, James, to be at all 7. It's going to be number 8, of course, U.S. team. It's great having the countries come in and representing, and especially ChukkerTV is kind of cool because it's the one time that we have the opposing team's country can actually get involved because of ChukkerTV. So a lot of energy there. And anytime you represent your country, it just adds so much to the game. So it's a lot of fun for the U.S., the GCPC U.S. team, and the team for France.
So who's the player to watch for on France, let's say?
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on Pierre. Henry, he's an amazing player. He's the highest rated player in France. 6-goal player. Showed his style and his control. He's a very methodical player. Played in the back of the game. He got to play the U.S. They got to play in the United States Polo Association 20-goal, and that was kind of cool. They gave him a variance to play for the French team, which was great. And he controlled the team very well. So I'd keep an eye on him. He's got a lot of good players in front of him. They mix it up, and he's got some attacking players, some young 3-goal players that are very strong. And I actually have all the names here. I'll go through all the names so we have them to make sure we get everything right. But they're going to put Luis Jarret. He's going to play the number 1. And he's a very fast running 3-goal player. I like him in the front of the game. He did really well. And then they put Eduardo Pan and they put Julian Wren. They work in the middle, and he plays the back. So I keep an eye on him. On the opposing team, with the U.S. team, of course, you got Nicky Rodan.
Right.
Highest rated American player at 8 goals. And then, they're going to mix it up. You put you have Ganzi in the front, and then you have the 2 young bucks in the middle with Juancito Bellini and Grant Ganzi. So 2 players in the middle gel. But the teams will be controlled. Both of these teams will be controlled by the number 4 player.
Who's your pick? Who's winning this game?
So hard to always go against your country, James. You know, and they've won 7 of them. Listen, it's always tough for another team to come to your country and play on borrowed horses and get ready. The one thing I will tell you about this game, which I'm really excited to watch, is the French team got here early. They've been preparing. They got to play in a 20-goal tournament, which they did very well against this similar team. They just didn't start out well. I got to interview the players. They felt that. They felt they didn't start well. They know they need to come out on good horses, so they learned a lot. They've been riding every day. They've been sticking balling every day. That's going to give them a bit more of an advantage. But it's always tough when you gather a good U.S. a GCPC U.S. team on their home turf. But I'm gonna leave this one open. This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a real tight one.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to a good game. I'm excited. I know Dale's excited.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see you at the game time.
ChukkerTV, and looks like we got our players back out here for our second half. I want to welcome everybody here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Yeah, nice little crowd we got out here. And of course, we should talk a little bit about the DePaula Aspen Valley team. We lost Tony DePaula this year, a big part of the Aspen Valley Polo Club, Grand Champions Polo Club, polo in general, Anthony DePaula, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the whole family and friends, of course, and we thought it'd be upholding to have him also involved today for the Legend of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial.
Absolutely, and it is, of course, a shame when we lose, a member of the big polo community, especially somebody like that. So a very nice touch to mention him, of course, also in the team here, DePaula Aspen Valley, as we have the first whistle, Dale. I think that's the first whistle, if not the second, of the overall game. We're already in chukker number 3, and after the first 2 chukkers, Alejandro Palma there scoring in both of the first 2 chukkers, and Jason Crowder once in the first. The only player for DePaula Aspen Valley, Horacio Heggie, the 6-time Argentine Open winner, scoring once for DePaula Aspen Valley. They have a little bit of work to do. We're at the top of chukker number 3, and if you just joined us, a very good afternoon to you. It is 3-1 as we watch this man on a beautiful grey mare. Crowder looking to find and feed the ball to Campson, and that ball will just trickle over the sideboards. Now, Dale, when I used to play back in the day, I couldn't quite get my head around the superstition that lies within polo players, but there really is a superstition. It's about, when you put your left boot on first or your right boot on first. And as I was going earlier to have a little chat and to see how they were lining up today, I spoke to Jason Crowder. I said, Jason, what number are you on today? He said, well, anything but the number 3. He said, every time I've worn the number 3 shirt, I've broken a wrist, I've broken an arm, I've broken an elbow, so I am never going to wear the number 3 again. Were you like that back in the day, Dale?
No, not at all, Jan. Sorry, not at all. I think if you prepare, and it's funny, you want to go back to the Gracietas? Well, let's go back to Memo and Carlos. One of their biggest things was preparing before the games, preparing yourself to a point where you're highest level. When you show up to the game, you're never nervous. And if you prepare and win in the barn, like they say, you got to win off the field to win on the field, then you don't have any problems. And I'm glad you brought that good point up there, because Carlos Gracita was, he always liked to wear the same helmet and stuff like that. I know when I play with him, but preparation will take care of the nerves.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, as we were just talking about the superstition or the non-superstition in polo, Sugar Erskine there, clawing one back for the Polo Aspen Valley. So it's just a 1-goal game with 3.5 minutes left to play in Chukker number 3. Biddle looking to send another one and to maybe allow Alejandro Pommer to get his hat-trick. So far, he's scored one in every Chukker. But Bellini will try and put a stop to that. Sends a nice long ball across the field where Erskine will pick it up at a nice leisurely canter. And did you notice today, he's got matching boots and knee pads to go with his hair.
You gotta love it. You gotta love the red man. He loves to run with the red boots, red knee pads, and the Mohawk. Looking good out there for the Mohawk, man. Here he goes, going to turn this one in, Jan. Backing it up and changing the field. Juan Bellini's all by himself here. He got Horacio downfield. He's going to work this one into the corner here. Check his shoulder one time as Biddle comes in and pressure him a bit. Bellini now looking for the deep neck shot. That ball lines out perfectly for Gracita. Sneaking it by Crowder. The 1-2 combination. And there you go, the perfect power polo play. Connecting Bellini and Carlos Gracita. Gracita getting his first of the game. And more importantly, getting the equalizer.
Absolutely. And that play there, the ball cam coming from Bellini. He timed it just right. That really was pure polo elegance in motion. And as you said, 3 apiece, third Chukker, and a little over 2 minutes left to play before we have the 4th and final horse and pony change for the 4th and final Chukker. Now, we will, of course, Dale, be having a prize presentation right after this game, where we will be obviously making tribute to the Grand Champions Best Playing Pony, as well as the Most Valuable Player, the MVP. And tell me, Dale, are you excited about the big international later on this afternoon?
I'm excited. I've had an opportunity to meet with the French team. Great guys. I mean, just a great group of guys. The captain, of course, Pierre-Henri Aumou. What a guy. 6-goal player. Highest rated player in France. And he represents. And then you put a stellar team around him. I love the way they set it up with Luis Jarre playing the number 1, the 3-goaler. Scored more goals than anybody, so as a 3-goal player, he knows how to get to the goal. And then Julian Wren and Eduardo Pont in the middle of the game. These 2 4-goal players play good polo. 17 goals against 17 goals today. Yeah, this is going to be one of the most, I think, exciting international cups we've had here. Number 8, Grand Champions Polo Club.
I think you're very right there, Dale. But let's not forget Grand Champions Polo Club USA with the Gansey combination, Mark and Grant. Grant, of course, with teammate so often Juancito Bellini, the 2 young rising stars here on the American polo scene. And they're going to be joined by the American highest handicap player, Mr. Nick Roldan. And I think you're right, the stage is set for what promises to be a very thrilling and very, very well fought international. As I say, we're due to start that around about 3 p.m. The horn has gone as Mr. Biddle will try and send that one up to Campson. Erskine just got a piece of it, but it's still in the danger zone. It'll be picked up by Horacio, and he will do everything to make sure it does not stay in that danger zone. Oh, a little turn around in front of goal. Bellini, he will send that all the way down to the back of somebody's car. It's gone through the back and out the windshield. So let's hope he's got a good insurance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, with another round of applause, if I may ask, concludes the end of Chukker number 3. It's 3 apiece. It's all going to come down to Chukker number 4.
All right, so one more Chukker left here in our Legend of Polo Carlos Gracita Memorial. Stay with us. We'll be right back. here at ChukkerTV in our final Chucker. Yeah. Welcome again to the Grand Champions Polo Club. Been working co-commentating with. It's always a lot of fun here working with ChukkerTV with you.
Absolutely, and it's even more fun working with you, Dale. It really is, because you really are, as they call you around these parts, D-energy, and I just suck that energy from you, Dale, and it helps me so much. But let's talk about this game. Looked like a bit of a shaky start, but they've both now really come and got their flow going. 3 apiece. Not that I'm a betting man, but who do you think might have the upper hand?
I like it. I mean, you got the, of course, the DePaula team getting going here now, here in the final Chucker. For both teams, of course, this is a lot of fun. Great having these high goal players representing today for the Legend of Polo, Carlos Cressida, of course, and of course also celebrating Anthony DePaula's our loss this year with Anthony DePaula. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to all the family and friends for these two individuals.
Absolutely. But now then, Dale, one more Chucker to go before the big international. We'll come to that a little bit later. Who's your money on?
You talking about France and U.S.? I'm not getting involved in that one. I already told them about that. I'm waiting for the can-can dancer. So remember, stay with us. After this one, we're going to have the trophy presentation. We got the best claim pony MVPs. We got all kinds of different things going on. I don't want to give you everything out. So it's going to be a surprise. So make sure you stay with us all day long here on ChukkerTV. Let's get ready for our 4 ChukkerPlay. All right, yeah, here we go. So it looks like we're going to have ball went out of bounds there at the end of the 3rd Chucker. And so this is going to be a possession play. It's going to be Tommy Biddle, number 4.
Well, and Tommy Biddle, as we know, Dale, he can more or less score from any part of the field. The guy has got such a technique and, of course, such a lot of strength. And I've seen some great goals by him. And if I remember correctly, he still is the U.S. highest handicap player in arena polo. He's played a few internationals over in Hickstead in the UK a few times, but great to see him also here today at the Legends of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial. I'd also like to extend our welcome to Brenda and George Dupont of the Polo Museum, Hall of Fame here, the one and only of its kind in the world. And if you have a chance, if you haven't done so already, it is definitely worth a visit. Brenda and George, I'm sure we'll be happy to show you around. It really is quite an impressive museum, and we've had 1 or 2 very nice functions held there in the past. So if you haven't, it's a must-see thing. So if you get a chance, go and see them at the Polo Museum. Here we go then. The action continues with Juan Bellini.
Bellini on the penalty 5 right here is going to lay this one down. It bounces off Cressida. Horacio Hagee, the former 10-goal player, is going to walk this one right inside, leaves it for Cressida. Now he'll override. Palma's going to come in from the number 1 position. Give and go, looking for Biddle. Horacio rotates back. Cressida flips it underneath his pointing belly, gets out in front right here. Carlos, near side neck shot coming, trying to go ahead by 1 goal. Cressida, and Cressida with 4:55, and our last Chucker is going to move the Paula Aspen Valley Polo team up by 1 goal. Yan, this is the first lead they've had all day.
Absolutely, and if I look back, both of these teams have scored in every Chucker except in Chucker number 2, Aspen Valley de Paula didn't score at all. And in Chucker number 3, Grand Champions Polo Club didn't score at all. And the score sheet very much looks a mirror of what they've done, both having scored twice in 1 Chucker and then once in all the others. So, yep, as you were saying, they take the lead. And there is still plenty of time left, a little under 4.5 minutes. As Crowder will try and pick this one up running. He's got Horacio behind. Tries to send it over to Bellini. And now Bellini, of course, always responsible and very, very solid back in defence. Horacio will go out to the right-hand side, but Crowder, he's got his teeth right into Bellini. And, of course, the right-of-way must always be kept, Dale. Just for those of you who've just joined us here today, just explain, if you would, Dale, the right-of-way.
Yeah, so you got the right-of-way right there. You notice Crowder was kind of nipping in front of him, kind of blocking him there. So, of course, the right-of-way is everything in the game of polo. 80% of the fouls that you will hear the whistle blowing are based on the right-of-way. Right-of-way, very easy to understand. If you're driving on a highway from right to left, you must enter that highway without impeding any cars that are flowing down the highway. The ball will dictate the flow of the highway, and you can enter that highway, but you must enter at a safe speed and a safe distance, Jan. And so they're looking for that on the polo field. Penalty 5 here on the right-of-way violation. Here comes Bellini.
And Bellini will take it, and he will probably drill this one deep down the field. Cressida got a piece of it. And I think Horacio was just on the wrong side, a bit too far away. Nicely taken, fished out of the air. Gracida still there in a little duel with Biddle. Biddle tries to fish it from underneath the pony's neck. A little bit of a traffic jam there. Roughly, I would say, about the 60-yard line to goal, as Crowder will clear it. And he's given it back to the opposition. To Paul Aspen Valley with a little bit of power play. This one just going over the back line. So let's have a look at the clock. 3:08 left to play. Looking now, of course, for the equaliser. But they have a long way to go. Biddle taps the ball back into play.
Biddle with the one-timer right here. Looks like got everybody going forward. Campson cheating to the inside. Pullman going downfield. Crowder on the move. Crowder, look at this bomb by Crowder, but Erskine's going to fly back here, put Pullman on his hip, push him wide, keep an eye on his ball in the VIP as Sugar will take it under the neck one time right here, slow it down. Loving the red boots and the red mohawk. Sugar working it down, leaves it for Bellini. Nice little give and go right here. Bellini with a little miss hit. Crowder, Bellini, neutral play, loose ball play. And it's going to be Biddle on the move.
Well, that little touch from Crowder is all it took to tee up Biddle, and he's away. Biddle will take it. It came from Crowder. What a great play and what a great goal for Mr. Biddle. His first of the afternoon. And all of a sudden, we have a final on our hands. 4-4-4, as you can see on the scoreboard, with a little over 2 minutes left to play.
And what do you say? The crowd goes crazy there.
Well,
Biddle.
Well, I did feel a pulse a little bit earlier on, but I can see some of the French contingent with their little canapes are very much enjoying the atmosphere here. But ladies and gentlemen, please do help us to keep the atmosphere going. Look out on what they're doing. They're playing some cracking polo out there this afternoon here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Field number 1, the Legends of Polo, Carlos Gracida Memorial 2019. Now, of course, 2018, Gracida Wines beating American Horse 6-2. Carlitos Gracida was named MVP, and he played along Julio and Mariana, and also the one and only lady Riley Ganzi playing here last year in this game. So let's see if the team with Carlos Gracida can actually win this one in 2019.
Gracida just crushing that ball out to Poma. And once again, you football players or football fans out there, the wide receiver with the bomb, Poma, picking up goal number 3. Welcome back, Ali Poma. Hat trick here. What a day for Ali Poma. I know his family's loving that. They love ChukkerTV. They love tuning in with us. And Poma, with a nice little tap shot, going to put him ahead here. And now we might get an opportunity at a tying equalizer goal. 42 seconds on the clock.
Well, let's see what happens. But as you rightly said, he's got his hat trick. And we didn't see much of him in Chucker number 3. He probably wanted to keep the best for last, as Biddle fighting very hard. There is the siren or the horn, as Campson will probably finish this one with a little putt shot, and he puts it through. Campson, ladies and gentlemen, also getting his first of the game. And with that, that is the game. Can I ask everybody, please, to put your hands together? Give them a big round of applause here for both teams. The winners of the Legends of Polo, Carlos Gracida Memorial Grand Champions Polo Club. But only just, it was a very, very narrow win, but well played to Paula Aspen Valley Polo Club. We will have a prize presentation here in just a few moments. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And as I say, if you've only just joined us, well, you've missed a cracking first game of this, the crown and the jewel at the end of the fall season here at Grand Champions Polo Club. But we, of course, have the big one, the International Cup, where GCPC USA will be taking on the boys from France. And that game is scheduled to start around about 3 o'clock. And until then, we wish you to settle in nicely, enjoy the atmosphere, and we'll be back shortly with the second game of the afternoon.
What a way to start out here at Grand Champions Polo Club, Yan. And looks like the VIP's getting going here and a lot of fun. Well, great exhibition game. That's the way it should always be. Love it, up and down the field, a lot of fun representing here. Every one of these players Yan and I got to talk to, they all had a relationship with Carlos and Anthony DePaula. and that means a lot to us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. So it's nice to see it played that well. Very clean game.
Very clean game indeed. As you said, Dale, there was hardly any whistling, and we saw some, not some great polo, but that man with the number 1, Alejandro Palma, I mean, he must be on cloud 29. I mean, he scored 3 goals, I think the highest scorer of the game. So it'll be interesting to see who they nominate as most valuable player.
Yeah, Ali Palma, like I said, plays at the Aspen Polo Club, one of our founding members up there, getting ready to build a house up there, actually. And he's very excited about that this summer when he had his whole family up there. But a guy loves the game of polo. He will be here at the Grand Champions Polo Club playing our winter season. And so a lot of fun seeing him. And then great seeing Carlos and, of course, Carmen. Carlos' mother's here. Nice seeing her here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And looks like they're going to be pulling the trophy presentation stand out. So we will have our trophy presentation coming out. And I think we're going to have some of our entertainment, too. We'll check our entertainment here. See if the dancers have arrived yet, as we say. I'm looking forward to that, our can dancers. Get on the ChukkerTV. Get on the Facebook conversation. Let them know what you think. Please, if you have any kind words to say about Carlos or Anthony DePaul, please let us know on the Facebook conversation. We'd love to see that. And, of course, let us know where you're watching from here. This is, I hate to say this, Shan, our final day of the fall season. I always hate that. But we're always moving on. And you brought it up, snow polo.
Absolutely. The show must go on. And, of course, snow polo coming up next month. Well, we are next month. Tomorrow, of course, up in Aspen Valley, up at in Colorado. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that goes. Like I said, I was there last year. And as you were saying, Dale, that has now also become literally one of the must-see, one of the must-experience snow polo events. And looking forward to seeing the action from up there, of course. Everything brought to you by...
Oh, we got snowpolo.net. And, of course, the Aspen Hobo and ChukkerTV.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you very much.
We got so many things to bring you to. Listen, we're going to get the players organized, and I'm going to check on the dancers. We're going to throw us a commercial break. Let's get a snack, because we'll be right back here for an amazing day. And, of course, our premier event, the 2019 International Cup, where GCPC USA Polo will face off against France. Stay with us. We got a long day of polo here on ChukkerTV.com.
As far as barns go, it's 10 points. The weather, scenic views are unbelievable. To be up here in the mountains in this weather, I don't think you have many choices nicer than this. I feel like we have some really competitive polo up here. It's friendly competitive polo.
The place is amazing. Good polo fields, good players, good horses, so it's a good experience. It's really good.
Club, they have empanadas there, they have Argentine style barbecue.
I'm in love with this place. The club is really nice, the people is really good.
At least what I can see is that it's an amazing place to be playing polo with the family and with good friends, enjoying, and the weather is great. I can't complain at all.
There's so much to do up here, and people are great, and there's some of the best polo in the country up here.
I think this is the place to play for in the summer.
good as it gets for summer polo.
This may be my new home.
And as soon as our child is old enough, she's going to be in their polo school.
You just want to be a horse in that barn.
Neal Smith is the commissioner of the World Polo League. Dale, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Dale. Very, very, very nice to be here, especially for the Carlos Cressida Cup. I mean, it's Carlos was arguably the greatest, one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. I had the opportunity to be beaten by him on several occasions. Just a magnificent player, though. You talk about a guy that if he got away with the ball, there was nobody that could catch him, nobody who could stop him from scoring. He was just one of the greatest offensive players in the history of the sport, and I'm proud to be here today.
Yeah, those are great words. And this guy would know here. I remember sitting in Aspen, Colorado this summer at dinner, and I asked him, and it just was out of the blue, who was the toughest guy you played against, and you told me Carlos Cressida.
I mean, I'm just telling you, I played a lot of back, and he played a lot of one in the highest levels of polo. And if he got a step on you, he was gone. Mm-hmm. And I was known to have exceptional horses, and so was he. But if he got a half a step on you, he was gone. And, I mean, there was nothing you could do. And he didn't miss the ball. It wasn't a matter of, okay, well, let me just wait for him to miss. That never happened. I mean, he was really, really, really a sensational player, and unfortunately we lost him way too young, and I'm really, really proud of the Grand Champions Polo Club and what they do here to honor his memory.
Yeah, and you were known as the Secretary of Defense, the Wall. I had the opportunity to play with Carlos for many years, and he was a mentor of mine, along with Memo, of course, so shout out to Memo, of course. Whole Cressida family, Cachas, everybody, Ruben, everyone involved, Mariano, his son, Carlos here, nice to see you. Nice to see Carmen in the stands. That's very cool.
Oh, it really was. I kissed her when I first came in. And, you know, you talk about me being Secretary of Defense and having a wall. Carlos could get past that wall so quick, I couldn't keep him in the wall most of the time.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, very, very quick on his horse. And, of course, Anthony DePaul, we have to bring up. We've lost Anthony this year. Big part of the polo world, a grand champion, Aspen Valley, mentor of mine. And, of course, I know we're all very close.
Yeah, he loved the sport. He was a genuine human being, very, very passionate about everything surrounding the sport and the people surrounding the sport. And it was an unfortunate loss for the polo community, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was nice for them to carry that on their jersey. We can't have a broadcast without talking about the WPL. I mean, this is the ambassador commissioner right here. He knows what it's all about. You had your first year. What a year it was. Tell everybody what's going to go on for the next year.
Well, we're going to have, it's going to be another exciting season. You know, last year we had, as far as I'm concerned, the best product of polo in North America and arguably the northern hemisphere. We had some of the greatest players in the world. We had the fastest polo in the United States and in North America again. We had some of the easiest games to understand from a spectator standpoint. There wasn't a lot of whistles. It was a very fast, very furious, very physical season of 26-go polo for us. And what I anticipate for this season coming up is the exact same type of polo, the polo that even as a bystander who doesn't really understand the game, you can come and see the absolute speed and thrill and athleticism of the horses and the players. And without giving away too much information, we're going to see a few new players, a few upcoming stars that nobody has seen here before, and they're gonna light it up. And I really, really look forward to that. I think it's going to be a really great second season for the World Polo League.
Very, very cool. So remember that played Grand Champion Polo Club and the Valiente Polo Farm. Shout out to Bob Janovis. And that will be live on ChukkerTV.com and the Polo Channel. Dealing together. What a great job they did last year. I'm excited about that. Dale, always a pleasure, my man. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
You're going to be seeing a lot of this guy all the time with us. He's always on. He's always helping us out. Thanks, Big D. Looks like we got the players coming in here. We're going to throw this mic back to Yan, and we'll get ready for our trophy presentation. And then remember, it is a huge day here at the Grand Champion Polo Club, Chucker TV. We have a lot of special things going on, but let's get ready for our trophy presentation now here for the Legend of Polo, the Carlos Cressida Memorial.
Thank you very much, Dale. And ladies and gentlemen, if we can have a big round of applause, and if I could ask, please, the one and only Carmen Gracida to please take your position up with the players. You might want to go up there. Thank you very much. Great to have you here. And of course, a big thank you to Gracida Wine, supporting Grand Champions Polo Club. Let's have a round of applause, please, for Carmen Gracida and the two teams once again who played the Legends of Polo Carlos Gracida Memorial 2019. So, and also, where are the umpires? Can we have the umpires, please, on standby? We need you up there as well. Mr. Gaston Dorignac and Mr. Roddy Matthews, if you'd like to be up there as well. Thank you very much indeed. And we're going to actually, because I was given a bit of free rein here this afternoon, we're going to start with the two guys who have been the umpires here through this tournament. They're also going to be doing the international. Can I have a round of applause, please, for the two umpires, Mr. Roddy Matthews and Mr. Gaston Dorignac? Now, hang on, we're going to start with the umpires, and they thank you very much to our friends from Katina Watches. Gaston Dorignac, please step forward, and Mr. Roddy Matthews, presented by Carmen Gracida, courtesy of Katina Watches. Thank you very much indeed. And of course, to go with that watch, a delicious bottle of sparkling wine, again, courtesy of Gracida Wines. Thank you very much, Carmen Gracida. Right. Now then, let's go to the runners-up. They came out strong, but it just wasn't going to be their day today. Nonetheless, they had a fantastic game, ladies and gentlemen. De Paula, Aspen Valley Polo Club. Please step forward at number 1, Carlitos Gracida. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the man from South Africa. Please put your hands together for the one and only Sugar Erskine. At number 3, ladies and gentlemen, a living and a true legend, 6-time Argentine Open winner. Put your hands together for Horacio Heggie. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Juan Bellini. And now over to the winners. They came back very, very strong, especially in that second half. Ladies and gentlemen, he scored 3 goals. Please give it up for the number 1 player, Alejandro Palma. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Crowder, the man who's not superstitious. And here's number 3. Give it up for Mr. Chris Campson, scoring the final goal there, I think, in that game. Well done, Chris. And, of course, the one and only, the hitman, Mr. Tommy Biddle. Now then, before we go to the 2 special awards that we have, I'd like to welcome here onto the podium, or in front of the podium, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champions Best Playing Pony of the Legends of Polo Carlos Gracida Memorial. Please give it up for Sangria, a chestnut mare who played in the 4th, owned by the living legend Horacio Heggie, ladies and gentlemen, ridden by him, the 6-time Argentine Open winner. Thank you very much. And look at her. She's very calm. She will have had a great run in this game. Very excited and probably a little bit nervous. Sangria, chestnut mare, as I said, ridden and owned by the living legend Horacio Heggie, played in the 4th chucker. Let's have a round of applause for Sangria. We got the picture? There we go. Thank you very much. Well done, Horacio. Now, we have 2 more very, very special awards to give before we present the big trophy. And what a beautiful trophy it is. Ladies and gentlemen, The next award, we're calling it the top scorer of the Legends of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial. Please step forward, Mr. Alejandro Poma, who receives a beautiful belt. A beautiful belt. As you can see, he needs a belt because he hasn't got one on. And then we have another special award also to receive a very nice belt. We're going to call this young man the most valuable player of his life award, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Carlitos Cressida. Thank you. And now it is time for the presentation of that beautiful trophy. Again, an absolute pleasure to have Carmen Cressida here. She might need a bit of a helping hand from one or two of the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for both teams, but please make some noise for the winners of the Legends of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial 2019 Team Grand Champions Polo Club. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Carmen. Careful with that trophy. And I'm going to give it back to you, Dale. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jan, so much. And Carlos Cressida. Carlos, come up here. Stand up here, my man. So everybody knows here the Cressida family is very, very close with the Ganzi family, Mark, Melissa, and the Grand Champions Polo Club. Your brother Mariano, of course, the whole family, Memo, Carlos, your father. Mark talks a lot about your father being a mentor of his and raising kids. And you are family to the end. We love having this here. You know that, and Anthony DePaul today, but we'd love for you to say a few words about your father. We know how important of a day this is for you.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank Grand Champions Polo Club and ChukkerTV because it's a lot of work to make this happen every year and all year. So thank you guys for all the hours and all the work that you guys make. I just feel very lucky to have all you guys in my life, and this is the longer it goes on, the more it leaves an impression on me. And this past couple months was a rough couple months because we lost Tony and we lost Billy Steta. So they were mentors of mine and people that I seek for advice all the time. So I'm just grateful to have all of you guys that I see all the time, and I've known you guys my whole lives. And I mean, my family lives in Mexico, so I see you guys more than I see them. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you all. Put your hands together right here.
Melly knew I was going to cry. That's why she bought these fucking glasses.
I love you guys. We love the Cressidas. We love everything in Carlos. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you guys for representing our Carlos. We love you. The tears are good. Those are sweet tears. Thanks for bringing up Zeta, too. I forgot about him. All right, thank you, guys. What a day here. Grand Champions Polo Club. The festivities will go on. Carlos, thank you again. We're going to throw this to a commercial break. And we have some interviews coming up. We got a lot of things going on there. We got dancers. We got mimes. All kinds of stuff going on here today at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And, of course, our main event, GCPC USA, facing off against Team France. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on ChukkerTV.com.